Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Aris and I'm your online BFF of the day, alright? And if you are not new, alright, you're my return subscribers. Thank you so much for clicking my video again and again, alright? Thank you so much. Okay. By the way, I just stopped out all my snacks. So I have a lot of snacks here. A lot. I put it here, okay. So yeah, back to the topic. So today we have a really interesting topics that I wanted to share, okay? It is about, I feel like nobody knows how to talk anymore. So yeah, people know how to text only right nowadays, how to repost, how to send memes, how to react with emojis and all, but actually, but the actual communications, there is still a barrier between themselves, right, and the other person. Like honest communications is very rare nowadays. Like that's why so many people feel lonely now. We are more connected than even digitally, like yet emotionally disconnected in the real life. So nobody says what they actually feel, and everybody's scared of being vulnerable. Vulnerable. That's how is it. They're scared of being honest. They're scared of awkwardness. So instead, people ghost and avoid. So giving hints, and then after that disappeared, and then wonder why modern relationships feels really empty. So today we are going to talk about why nobody knows how to talk anymore, and how it is quietly affecting friendships, relationships, careers, and life itself. Okay, so like, first off, have you ever noticed that people don't communicate anymore? Like they protect, every conversation feels really guarded, because not everyone is being honest and not everyone is being genuine, right? So nobody wants to seem like they're too interested. Nobody wants to seem like, they're too emotional. Nobody wants to look vulnerable nowadays, alright? So instead of saying I miss you, people say nothing, So instead of saying you hurt me, people become like passive aggressive. Instead of having difficult conversations, people disappeared without a trace, And honestly, avoidance became normalized, ghosting became normal, dry texting became normal, and pretending not to care became attractive. And that is actually very sad, because humans were never built to emotionally survive through constant emotional detachments and all. So the scary part is a lot of people don't even know how to express themselves, right, without the sarcasm and the memes and all. So yeah, because sincerity feels really uncomfortable now. Real emotions feels too cringe and all. But you know what, it's actually really exhausting. Being fake and never being honest, that's more exhausting, isn't it? So you see, we know that the social media really like destroyed spans of connections. Do you know that? Because social media changed the communication completely. Alright, so everybody wants instant replies, instant entertainment, instant stimulations. So the real conversations started feeling too slow. People interrupt each other constantly. I'm sorry if the lights just wait. Let me just pause this. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so yeah, so people, they half listen while scrolling. Sometimes they will lose focus after 10 seconds while you're in the talking and all. So you see, most of the friendships or relationships suffers from it because connection requires presence. You cannot deeply connect with someone while mentally distracted all the time. And honestly, a lot of people are not like listening to understand anymore. They are listening just to react, like waiting for their turn to talk and all. They're not trying to understand the other party. So that's why conversations feels really, really empty now. Like nobody feels truly seen because everyone talks. Everybody talks. I get that. So very few people really communicate thoroughly and by understanding the real conversations behind everything. And another thing is texting actually like ruin emotional nuance. Like you can't hear the tone, you can't feel the energy, like you can't feel or see the expressions that the other person or the other party is making. So there will be misunderstanding tend to be happen because of the one short reply, suddenly like creates anxiety, one delayed text suddenly creates an overthinking, and instead of clarifying, people assume the worst. That like modern communications created modern confusions. Yeah, so most of the relationships nowadays and friendships today struggle because people expect mind reading. It's like they're trying to read the mind of the other person instead of communications. People want to be understood automatically, but you see, real connections doesn't work like that. Healthy relationships, healthy friendships require uncomfortable conversations, right? About boundaries, needs, expectations, fears, or whatever is it, goals, dreams. But many people were never taught emotional communications growing up. They were taught suppressing it. So now adults are actually entering the relationships, the friendships emotionally unequipped. Okay? Alright? So yeah, people protect their ego and all. So that's why so many relationships or connections, friendship and over things that could have been discussed honestly. Yeah, communication is the key. Alright? Not trying to control or manipulate the situations itself. So no, don't do that. Right? Yeah. Oh, wait a moment. I guess I feel... Okay, I'm back. After I close my eye because just now my eye feels so droopy and sleepy. Because right now it's almost 11 p.m. and I need to sleep actually right now. But you know what? I'm just gonna take a few more videos before I go to sleep and remove my makeup for today. I really love my makeup today. Yeah. Alright, so continue. Alright, so even friendships and... Okay, I want to talk about friendships and careers as well. Alright, so You see, even when it comes to friendship, it feels very weak right now because people know each other's posts more than their actually feelings or the connections itself. You can talk to someone every single day, like online, and still not know them very deeply, and that is very, very scary. And in careers too, people struggle with the basic communications now, conflict resolutions, public speaking and all, listening skills, emotional work emotional intelligence. These things matter more than anything, because in a world full of AI and automations, human connections becomes even more valuable than we think, because the people who know how to communicate calmly, honestly, and confidently, all right, will always stand out. And honestly, learning how to talk properly is becoming a superpower nowadays. It is something that you need to master it. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up ASAP right now. So remember this: nobody knows how to talk anymore. It is kind of false alarm, but maybe you can change that. All right, you can absolutely change that and start saying that what you are actually feeling right now. Tell the people that you appreciate them. Okay, communicate your boundaries clearly. Stop expecting a mind reading situations and all. Alright? Yeah, and most importantly is learn how to sit with uncomfortable conversations instead of running from them, because avoidance may protect your ego temporarily. And honestly, the deepest relationships or connections are built through honesty. So not a perfections, not a performance. No, none of them. And honestly, so stop trying to sound cool all the time. Stop pretending that you don't care when you actually do. Stop communicating through a silence and hoping people magically understand you. Be brave. That's the only thing I want to say. Be brave enough to speak clearly and address the issue whenever you feel want to talk about that. Alright? So because one genuine conversations can actually change an entire relationships. Like in a world full of shallow communications, be someone who knows how to truly connect. Alright? Yeah, I guess that's all for today's video, and I hope that you guys have a great day. And if you're getting ready to sleep right now, just like me, so pray before you sleep, drink more water, and sleep peacefully. Yeah, that's all. Bye bye.